Did you know that the Gospels contradict and they cannot be trusted?
Let's move to a contradiction here, classic contradiction that we're going to look at before
Okay, so can we define contradiction real quick?
Something that absolutely can't be true at the same time.
So what is this contradiction that absolutely cannot be true at the same time? Well, let's check it out. We're going to look at Matthew 9:18, Mark 5:23, and Luke 8:41. And to summarize these stories, there's a man named Jairus the ruler, and he is a ruler of a synagogue. And Jairus has a daughter, and his daughter is very, very sick, and he runs to Jesus to get help. The contradiction comes in where how Jairus describes his daughter. Mark and Luke record that Jairus says his daughter is dying, and Matthew records that Jairus said his daughter is dead. Well, how can that be true at the same time? How can someone be dead and dying at the exact same time? Should we ask Matthew? Or should we ask Jairus? And remember, this is a big pushing, the term is thronging. It's an overwhelming crowd that they're in. And there's three key moments. One is that Jairus is with his daughter. And then the next one is that Jairus runs to Jesus. And this is a moment that we want to kind of emphasize here. And then the third moment is when Jairus is begging and beseeching at Jesus' feet. And let's define contradiction one more time.
Something that absolutely can't be true at the same time.
So it's two things that absolutely cannot be true at the same time. And so the real question ends up being, is it impossible for Jairus to say both things? If Jairus is a desperate father with a dying daughter and a gigantic crowd, could he contradict himself? Absolutely. A desperate father in a very tense situation, he absolutely has the chance to contradict himself. Remember moment 2. Jairus was with his dying daughter and he runs away, moment 2, and then in moment 3, he is at Jesus' feet. Could his daughter have died in between that time of him leaving his daughter and getting to Jesus? She could or she couldn't have. How would Jairus know? Is it possible that Jairus said both statements in his desperation? Yes. And so the answer is that Matthew correctly records a desperate father who was desperately reaching out to Jesus, contradicting himself in the heat of a moment. So with that in mind, no contradiction, and we're all good. Thanks for watching.